What a beautiful evening, and here we are at St Benet's Abbey, and what we're going to do today is do some video on comparisons between the Canon EOSR and the Canon 5DS. Now we're doing megapixels this time. So megapixels, the Canon 5DS has 50.6 megapixels, a huge sensor. I can tell you now, 50.6 megapixels is incredibly detailed. In other words, if you're taking a picture of, let's say, for example, of rocks or bricks or something like that in the far background, and you've got your foreground, you've got your background, they are going to be incredibly detailed with 50 megapixels. Owning the Canon EOS R for coming on a year, and actually it is a year, October, nearly a year I've had this camera. So I would say the end of September, start of October was when I physically had it in my hands, and I've done the unveiling and unboxing, and the video's there somewhere. So that was quite a enthusiastic video, shall we say. But anyway, the point is, I've had that nearly a year now, and I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. And do you know what? I had to do a video this time just to say how much I still truly love that camera. That I love the flip screen. I love the focusing assist. The little triangle, the green triangles, when they come together and then turn green, you know it's on target. I love the eye tracking and face tracking. Now, I know the eye tracking, and you'll probably hear this a lot on YouTube right now, but the eye tracking, it works extremely well within a certain distance. So if you're up close, say here for example, you'll get the tracking in. If you're way back here somewhere, the tracking, the eye tracking can't recognize an eye, I don't think, and it doesn't pick the eye up, but it does pick the face up. So you know, it does seem to work extremely well, especially for weddings and stuff like that. So I've done a couple of weddings this year, and I've used the EOS R, and it's been flawless. It's been brilliant. I've had some fantastic images. I mean, I can't fault it. The tracking's brilliant. The autofocus is brilliant. I've used it in wildlife. I've used it in landscape. I've used it in portraits.
So hard to see from the moment we arrive. Cornelia, you are one who will survive.
For me, personally speaking, the end image result is everything to me. I post a lot online, but I also print a lot. For me, 50.6 megapixels of image really does sing out quality in the end result and in the end image, and I still will not give up the 50.6 megapixel Canon 5DS for landscapes. Now I say landscapes and portraiture and anything else that you could get away with the 5DS. I have done some wildlife, but not very successfully. The focusing on the 5DS is not fantastic. It really isn't. So, you know, we'll leave it there. The EOSR is phenomenal for autofocusing. Wildlife is pretty good, to be fair. I mean, you know, there is a lag there. There's still a lag there between you putting your eye up to the camera and then you got that second or two of it doesn't work. You know, it's black until it decides to go from live view to EVF mode, if that makes sense. Discovered that if you cover the sensor up for the EVF or the viewfinder, then you will always have your viewfinder ready. So I kind of think that's a bit of a hack or a get around for the viewfinder lag. Canon EOSR and the 5DS, 30 megapixels compared to 50 megapixels. Now I'm not doing a direct comparison between the EOSR and the 5DS. I'll state that now, I'm not doing that. What it's about is megapixels and what you get for your megapixels. And I just want to show you how good 50.6 megapixels is compared to 30.1, is it? Something like that? Megapixels from the EOSR. I'm not putting the EOSR down because for me personally, a year of use with the Canon EOSR has been a brilliant everyday camera. I've been using it consistently throughout all sorts of things, you know, mainly portraiture, wildlife. That's instantly go to. I know my 5DS wouldn't cope with it, so the EOSR is the one to go to for that one. Portraiture is fantastic. I love the portraiture with the EOSR, but I also love portraiture with that 50 megapixels you get from the Canon 5DS. So that's a hard one, but all I'll say is I think I'm a lucky boy and got two really fantastic cameras there that do two different things altogether, really. The Canon 5DS is definitely a specialized camera, and for me personally speaking, real world use, I love the 5DS for landscapes. It produces stonking images and detail is phenomenal. The Canon EOSR, however, not so much. You know, if I'm honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with 30 megapixels after having 50.6 megapixels. I hope that makes sense. But nothing wrong with the images from the EOSR. If I'm honest, JPEG from the EOSR is mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing, and I love it. And I just want to say something here. I've been talking like this just for 5 minutes, and there's a barn owl. There's a barn owl right over there. You're not going to see him with this camera, are you? Oh, he's flying around the fields. I've got to show you. I've got to be quiet, though. Try to be quiet. There's a barn owl. Oh my God. How lovely. And here we are at St Benet's Abbey. And this is why I love St Benet's Abbey. Because you get all this wonderful wildlife here. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm trying to be quiet because I'm trying to see if we can view it. Where is he? Well, he's probably gone over. He's over there somewhere in the bar now. Now, I think I'm going to have to. We've got a cow over there coming out with some really strange noises. But anyway, sorry to get off the track, but that just caught my eye, and I had to bring the camera over to see if we could see it, but I can't see it anyway. It's a gorgeous place here, and tonight is a beautiful night, although it's starting to get a little bit chillier. And oh, there's the bar now. There's the bar now. Can you see it? Wow. Fantastic. Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? It had the prey in its claws as well. Oh my word. Oh God, if anyone knows me, that's my favourite bird. It's my favourite bird of prey is barn owl. And the reason I say that is because I kind of feel sorry for it, because it suffers tremendously from really harsh winters. I mean, 2011 we lost nearly 80% of our barn owls in the UK because of the harsh winter we had. And it went on and on and on this winter, and I can remember it extremely well. And look, we're getting crows. What a wildlife we get over here. See this? I don't know whether you can see that. I'm going to try and zoom in, but I doubt I'll be very good at it, I'm afraid. But wow. I don't know if you can see that. There, flying across. There he is. Oh, hello. Hello, here comes Richard. Oh my God, man. Well, that's all the wildlife gone now. No more wildlife here. And here comes Trevor.
Trevor here as well.
Yeah, Trevor's here. Lovely old. Do megapixel counts, that's what we're doing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We're going to see what the 5DS is like compared to the EOSR.
Oh.
And I'm not putting the EOSR down, just to state.
If I'd have realised, I'd have brought my new camera down.
Oh, what have you got? Come on!
I sold all my other stuff.
What have you got?
I sold my 5D.4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you got
I've got an EOSR and something else.
Oh, come on!
Sony. It's got lots of megapixels.
Oh, not the Sony.
What do you think I would go to Sony? Do you
I
think
can't believe you
after 30 of how many years?
5DS. You bought a 5DS?
No.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, what have you bought then?
5DSR.
And isn't that amazing that we're talking about that? About the 5DS and the 5DSR. They're both the same camera, really. One's got lacking an
anti-aliasing filter.
Well done. I couldn't get that
because
one
I've got the anti-aliasing filter.
You've got it, have you?
I've got the anti-aliasing filter,
yes.
So I get sharper images than you.
Yeah.
Well, I get so excited I can't keep it still, so it's all blurry.
So anyway, we're going to talk about that tonight, and we're going to go through some images.
No,
size does matter. It really does, Richard. Honestly, 50 megapixels definitely matters. That's why this young man here has gone and bought one. Oh wow! So we've got some beautiful colours tonight. Unfortunately for me, I can't do a lot of vlogging in this darkness. But what we're going to do, I mean, we're pointing this way, but that up just there is the Milky Way, and that's going to reveal itself later on tonight. However, we have got the moonrise, and that could interfere with that. But we'll see what happens. You can never tell what's going to happen. But I've done a little bit of a comparison between the two cameras. I've got the EOSR sitting there, and we're doing the time lapse. So that's doing its time lapse. There
we